The new Hellboy trailer literally looks like an Evil Dead sequel. Where's Hal, everybody, and welcome to another video, just in exclusive. As of making of this video, my dear friends, a trailer dropped for the new and upcoming Hellboy film, Hellboy the Crooked Man. A little bit of introduction first. If you've been following my channel for quite some time, you know very well by now that I am a tremendous Hellboy fan. It is in my top 3 comic books. Talking about that, read the book that the film is based on, Hellboy the Crooked Man by Mike Mignola and Richard Corbin. Really good writing, really good art. Of course, as it is with a lot of what Mike Mignola's writing and doing, inspired by myths, legends, by folklore in this case. A horror-like comic book. Now, we know that Hellboy has always been kind of like supernatural/horror genre. Definitely not a superhero comic book, which I can't even see these days. I'm fed up to the back of my teeth. Hellboy is something you will be into if you like supernatural, if you like horror, if you like even detective stories. Quite obviously, famously, Mike Mignola being inspired by H.P. Lovecraft to a huge extent. In this case, more of like a folklore tale. The Crooked Man being one of the better stories that came out in the last, 10 years, something like that. If I remember correctly, I might be misremembering it. So, I forgot, actually, that they were adapting this film. Until now, when the Good Man rip-off verse has shown us that it would be coming out. Of course, I will not show the entirety of the trailer, but it needs to be said that my first reaction is, it looks like, I didn't want to show that. It looks like, I don't want to play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike, quite obviously, and I would get a copyright strike. It looks like it was an Evil Dead sequel. It's got very strong Evil Dead vibes. Look for it, Google it, watch it. Even from this little snippet here, the detail on the feet running through a misty forest. Now, there are demonic voices in the background. There are people who are quite obviously possessed. Like that. People hovering above the ground. Women hovering above the ground. Their necks snapping. Screaming. The camera angles, the camera shots. Everything being in the forest. Which, of course, corresponds with the source material. But it is as if they combined Hellboy, the Crooked Man, by Mike Mignola and Richard Corbin, and Evil Dead. Like, it is the first thing that came up my mind. I can't unthink it right now. It's just Evil Dead with Hellboy. But the Hellboy looks horrible. Why? It just looks like a guy with horns. And not really that good looking. I mean, this that he has on his head, it's so visibly a fucking cap with filed horns. Now, this shot looks better because it's in the darkness. And that's another thing. You should never, show Hellboy in full light. Because Mike Mignola, and this is not art by Mike Mignola, this is by Richard Corbin, but even he continues in the tradition of Mike Mignola's art style, in that the Hellboy comics are about darkness, about shadows a lot. This is more complex, more elaborate, more detailed art than Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola has a minimalist style as far as his art goes, and that's his strength. He can show you all you need by just showing you the bare minimum. It is so specific, but and Richard Corbin's art quite obviously also very, very good. But so this is better, but I mean, no, it's just, you know what it seems to me? It seems to me that they just really wanted to approach the look of Ron Perlman from Guillermo del Toro's 2 films. This gives me very strong Ron Perlman vibes, but like from Wish. Can we get Perlman Hellboy, Mom? We have Perlman Hellboy at home. Perlman Hellboy at home. Looks like this. And so the trailer is very well done in that it looks very horror-like. It looks like, as I said, once again, look, this snippet, Evil Dead. It's just Evil Dead with Hellboy. But this being said, again, and I'm surprised I didn't say it at the beginning of the video because I always say that. Why do we have another adaptation of something? Why another Hellboy film? You will never ever whatsoever make a proper adaptation of the comic books. At this point, with 3 Hellboy films out there, 2 of them being good standalone films, not good adaptations, but good films, the third one being a product that's very confusing. The third film, the one with Harbour, I think his name is, the guy from Stranger Things, the fault, the final downfall of the film was caused by the editing. They were trying to adapt the Wild Hunt storyline, and they failed in the editing room. I think that the direct, but I have even seen an interview or read an interview with a director that there was too much studio influence, that they didn't allow him to edit the movie the way he did. So post-production effed it up because the visual represent the visuals of the third Hellboy film was good. The Hellboy character was nicely portrayed. The side characters, all right. But the cut, the editing was so horrendous. The camera was so confused. It's just, so all in all, it resulted into something that is a very confusing experience. The first 2 films is just very good, but they are very good, excellent fantasy films. Not good adaptations of the source material. If you've ever read Hellboy, it's very different than the first 2 films. The first one approached the comic books more than the second one, be it, more darker and about Nazis. But this, Jesus Christ. So yeah, Evil Dead with Hellboy, who doesn't look very good. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And that will be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.